It was a narrow escape for Spurs last year, and this year things are looking a lot brighter. However, Roberto Zerbi has made sure and said out loud that last season cannot be forgotten.
I think we can't forget what happened last season. Is a lesson, a big lesson for us, for every one of us. But anyway, we have to go in another page and to start another season, important season. We are building, I think, a new project. And now the big challenge, without talk too much about the target, the goal of this season, the first two targets we have very clear in ourselves is to find the soul of the team. The first target, and the second target to improve in our organization of of football, with the ball, without the ball. Our style has to be the key of our season, like our soul.
What do you think about what he's saying there, Stevie?
I understand what he's talking about don't forget last year. But you could say that about the last 5 seasons at Spurs, couldn't you? Don't forget the one before, and the one before, and the one before. But personally, I'm all about the only thing that matters is the next thing you do. That's how I was brought up. I was brought up, the only thing that matters is what you do next. You don't get anything for the last game. If you win the league and you beat a team 10-0, unfortunately, that's gone. Now the next thing you do is the most important thing. So I understand where he's coming from. I just happen to think that you don't want anything to do with last season. It's not about last season. This is what we're doing this season. So forget that. Forget that. Shove that away. Stick it in a bucket somewhere, or a trash. Sorry. It's all about now, and it's all about what we do now. And for me, it's got nothing to do with last season.
And when you look at the team and how they've built the team over the summer, Frank, you're not even thinking about those bottom spots in the Premier League. You're looking up. You're looking at how high this team can finish right now.
Well, at least you should. And I agree with Stevie. Forget about what happened. Look forward. And maybe also don't try too much about specific stuff like the soul, the organization, whatever you want to do. You want to win a game. You're going to play against a good team of Brentford. It's going to be hard. But if you lose, you're going to look for the confidence that you were talking about. You have to win games. And with the player that they have this season, there will be no excuses. Yes, the dressing room has to work well, but the talent of the player should be enough to at least finish in the first 10. At least, really, because we have talent. It's up to Mr. Zerbi to find a way to make Spurs play and play well, and again, win games.
Deal has been agreed for Savinho. Yesterday, we were talking about this double swoop for Savinho and Omar Marmoush from Manchester City. Savinho in. We wonder what happens next. Craig was not having this double swoop and the 150 million that we were talking about. What did you think of what he was saying?
I have to tell you, I don't disagree with what he said. I mean, it's... Manchester City are letting Marmoush and Savinho go for a reason. Not because, we don't talk about... Savinho's only 22. He's got such an upside. Well, the truth is, if he had such an upside, he wouldn't be leaving Manchester City. And Marmoush wasn't really a starter for Manchester City. So for them to get, if you just cut it down, let's cut it down the middle, make it simple. What, 75 million for a guy who doesn't start? I mean, talk about great business.
As for these guys, for the players themselves, they want more minutes, obviously. And when you look at Omar Marmoush, he may be playing in a more favourable position, a position he was more used to playing in at Frankfurt, which he couldn't play in with Erling Haaland there. Yeah,
and it's really great to look on the paper and see what you're capable of and see what you maybe did in Germany. But if you want to turn another page and look what you've actually done in the Premier League, again, there's a reason why Marmoush in particular wasn't getting a game. And Savinho kind of falls into the same boat in terms of what Spurs might get out of them. Now, for the two players, this is fantastic. They're going to a side that's rebuilding totally. They're desperate, and they're going to start. And so it's up to them now. Savinho and Marmoush are going to Spurs, and as soon as they're ready, and as soon as they're fit, they'll be in the team. And that's all they can ask for. because now it's up to them to make sure they stay in the team. But the question is, will they stay in the team? We don't know, because both of these players have not proven themselves to be starters in the Premier League.
To get that second chance with another team in the Premier League, do you see these guys taking it, Frank?
For Marmoush, yes. I want to believe that after what I saw when he was playing for Frankfurt, that he's capable of doing stuff. But we saw so many players coming from the Bundesliga and not being able to adapt to the Premier League. But I want to believe with his technique and with his pace, that it's possible for him to rebirth and give what he was giving to Frankfurt. For Savinho, I have doubts, and he's 100 million transfer. That's huge. That's a big pressure. He has no excuse anymore, and he's only 22. But as Stevie said, if you haven't been successful in a big team like Manchester City, and you come with a big pressure and only 22 playing for Spurs, that's going to be easy. And you will have to prove a lot. So let's see. I really hope it's going to work for Spurs already, because they put the money down, and lots of money. And of course for the players, because you want to wish always the best for the players. But Savinho, allow me to have some doubts.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out, Tottenham Hotspur, this season under Zerbi, with the money that they have spent in the summer. Stay up to date with all of the transfers right here on our website, ESPNFC.com. Every single day it's updated there, the ins, the outs, the rumours, everything you need to know.